Today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about Calicoes' tabletop version of Midway's Miss Pac-Man, and we're going to be talking about Calicoes' Perma Power Battery Eliminator that I've mentioned before in some of the videos. Let's start things off with Miss Pac-Man. Calico released Miss Pac-Man back in 1983. Now there's a couple differences between the Pac-Man tabletop and the Miss Pac-Man tabletop. Pac-Man actually had 3 different games you could play, and on this one we're missing the eat and run option. But that's okay, we still have the Miss Pac-Man play and the head-to-head where you can play against a friend. Now one thing they did improve on this tabletop is the sound quality. It doesn't have that annoying waka waka sound that Pac-Man has. This one's a step up on that. Although some people like that sound, I don't mind it, I can put up with it. But they did make it an improvement. They also put in a point option for fruit. Every now and then you'll see some cherries pop up, and a blinking pellet will show up on the screen. It'll time out, but if you get that, you get extra points. We'll show you that when we play some gameplay here. So they did awesome work. I really like the artwork on this one. Miss Pac-Man, I love the baby blue here. And she just has a great marquee. That's awesome. I love that. Again, it takes the 4C batteries or the Perma Power Battery Eliminator, which we're going to talk about just after this one here. Let's take a look at some gameplay. So we'll start off with skill level 1 here. One thing to note is they put the player 1 and player 2 on opposite sides as they did in Pac-Man. So player 1 is actually on the right hand side of the game and player 2 on the left hand. Alright, let's try it out. We'll try Miss Pac-Man. So there's our maze. Oh, there's our cherry. So you go through 8 different levels and it gets progressively harder. And you get 3 lives and your whole goal is just, you're trying to get points. So the more pellets you get, the more fruit you get, the more ghosts you eat. It does maintain a high score as long as you keep it powered up, and unfortunately this is the kind of game that you don't leave powered up. Alright, let's check out some head-to-head action here. Okay, so this is going to be hard to do. We'll go in sync. You each get 3 lives on head-to-head. And if one Miss Pac-Man dies, the other player gets to keep playing. Let's see if I can get that to happen here. Okay, so there's one. And player 2 gets to keep playing. There's the fruit. So the fruit kind of keeps moving around there on you. You can see that cherry blinking up top when it comes in. Now we also have a demo on here that you can hit. We have that on Pac-Man as well. But that's Miss Pac-Man. As you can see, the sound is a little better improvement, I think. But yeah, check it out. It's not a bad game. This is Calicoes Perma Power Battery Eliminator. I've talked about it in a few videos. Now it's basically just a transformer with not even batteries. It's just little connections making your circuit. And you put those in place of your 4C batteries. Just show you the package here. So this one's brand new, never been opened here. I don't intend on opening it. Just a cool little nostalgia. The little connector here, I find these quite handy. Without these batteries here, you can use these ports on a lot of different games. It can supply 6 volt to 9 volt. It's a really handy little adapter here. And on the end of it, you can see where you plug in. It's like a 9 volt little plug here. So there's one battery in here that you would plug into, and the rest just make their connections through there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I prefer playing these Calico tabletops with just the 4C batteries. You can move it around, but this part is really handy for all the different games. If you can find one for cheap, yeah, pick one up. It'll save you a lot of juice on batteries there. Thank you very much for watching.